Morning, Your Honor.
Hey, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Bexar County Court at Law number 6 in the Bexar County Veterans Treatment Court. I'm Judge Wayne Christian. We have a Zoom docket today for 2 pleas and a motion to revoke probation. My docket is pleas, State of Texas versus Victor R. Limon, cause number 630-645 with Mr. Bartolome, and we've got cause number 564-294, State of Texas versus Carl D. Majak with Mr. De La Paz. We also have a motion to revoke probation, cause 638-844, State of Texas versus Kevin Hogan with Mr. Sharman. And Mr. De La Paz and Mr. Bartolome, are you ready to proceed?
Ready to proceed, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Present and ready, Judge.
Let me get my pictures going here. Meeting is being live streamed. Okay, got it. Everybody good?
Yes, sir.
All right. This is cause number 564-294, State of Texas versus Carl D. Majak, represented Mr. Brett De La Paz, and number 630-645, State of Texas versus Victor R. Limon with Mr. Bartolome. And the first document I have on each of these cases is entitled Defendant's Consent to Plea by Video Conference, that purports to have both the attorney's and the defendant's signature on it. In fact, Mr. Majak, in cause 564-294, is this your signature on this document, sir?
It is, Your Honor.
Thank you. And Mr. De La Paz, as attorney for Mr. Majak, is this also your signature on this document?
It is, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Limon, in cause 630-645, is this your signature on this document, sir?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Thank you. And Mr. Bartolome, as attorney for Mr. Limon, is this your signature on this document also, sir?
It is, Your Honor.
The next document I have is entitled Defendant's Waiver of Constitutional Rights and Court's Admonitions, that purports to have your signatures on the back, effectively waiving certain constitutional rights you must waive in order to enter a plea before this court. In fact, Mr. Majak, in cause 564-294, is this your signature on this document also, sir?
It is, Your Honor.
Thank you. And in cause 630-645, Mr. Limon, is this your signature on this document?
Yes, Your Honor, it is.
Thank you. By signing these documents, are each of you telling me that you've had enough time to either read these documents or have them read to you in their entirety? If you had any questions about what was on these documents, those questions were answered to your satisfaction by your attorneys, so that in signing these documents, you're telling me that you agree with and understand everything on these documents. Is that correct, Mr. Majak?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. And is that correct, Mr. Limon?
Yes, Your Honor, it is.
Mr. De La Paz, as attorney for Mr. Majak, have you had enough time to go over this case with him? And in your opinion, is he mentally competent?
He is, Your Honor.
And same question for Mr. Bartolome, as attorney for Mr. Limon.
Yes, Your Honor, and he is, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Majak, are you a United States citizen, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, say again?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, thank you. And Mr. Limon, same question. Are you a United States citizen, sir?
Yes, Your Honor, I am.
Thank you. Mr. De La Paz, in Mr. Majak's case, has the state fully complied with discovery for you?
I believe so, Your Honor.
Same question for Mr. Bartolome, as attorney for Mr. Limon.
I believe they have, Your Honor.
And are there any motions on Mr. Majak's case? That would be a
Oh,
state.
Your Honor, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the. Yes, Your Honor, the state would like to alter and amend the information. It would like to waive the enhancement and proceed as a DWI.
No objections, Your Honor.
So I was trying to read Karina's handwritten note.
And I'm assuming the original charge is driving while intoxicated with blood or breath alcohol content greater than 0.15. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor, I apologize.
No problem. State's motion to waive the greater than 0.15 enhancement, no objection from the defense is granted. Therefore, Mr. Majak, in cause 564-294 to the charge of driving while intoxicated, first offense. How do you plead, sir?
Guilty.
Thank you, sir. Is there an agreement for Mr. Majak?
There is, Your Honor, the state, I apologize, I'm reading the notes. Yes, Your Honor, there is an agreement, $0 fine, 2 days in the Bexar County Jail. And if it pleases the court, judgment be satisfied.
Is that correct, defense?
It is, Your Honor.
Mr. Majak, in cause 564-294, the court accepts your plea of guilty to the offense of driving while intoxicated, first offense. I find you guilty. I assess 2 days in the Bear County Jail, a $0 fine plus court costs, credit for time served, time and money to run concurrent, judgment satisfied. Anything further from the state or the defense on Mr. Majak?
None from the defense, Your Honor.
Nothing further from the state, Judge.
Mr. Majak, thank you, Mr. De La Paz.
Thank you, Your Honor. Maybe excused.
You bet.
Thank you, Your Honor.
If Judge Pat says so, not if I say so. Pat, is there anything else you need to do with the attorney? It's Brett, so we want to mess him around a little bit if we can. All right, take off, Brett. Okay. And clause number 630645. State have any motions on this case? Mr. Limon.
No, Your Honor.
They do, Your Honor.
And this is going to be a DWI first offense, correct?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
All
And
right,
the high low would be waived.
I'm sorry. I'm reading notes that were incomplete, Judge.
I understand. What did this case start out as? Let's start there.
It started out as a DWI with BAC .15 or higher, Your Honor.
That's where we're at.
Apologize for the Fun Friday confusions, Judge. Yes, the state has a motion. It would like to alter and amend the information. The state would like to strike the enhancement of 0.15 or higher and proceed solely on a DWI, Judge.
State's motion to waive the greater than 0.15 enhancement, no objection from the defense is granted. Therefore, Mr. Limon, in clause 630645, to the charge of driving while intoxicated first offense, how do you plead, sir?
No contest, sir.
Pardon?
Court accepts the plea of no contest. Is there an agreement for Mr. Limon?
There is, Your Honor, $500 fine plus court costs, 180 days in the Bear County Jail to be probated over period of 12 months, DWI education course, a victim impact panel, CAT SNP, a Smart Start mobile device for 1/2 the term, and 40 hours community service. And lastly, $60 reimbursement to the Department of Public Safety for lab fees.
And Mr. Bartlome, is that your understanding of the agreement?
It is, Your Honor.
Mr. Limon, in clause 630645. The court accepts your plea of no contest to the offense of driving while intoxicated first offense. I find you guilty. I assess 6 months in the Bear County Jail, probated over 1 year, a $500 fine plus court cost. 40 hours community service, DWI education, DWI victim impact panel, Community Alliance for Traffic Safety New Intervention Program, Smart Start Mobile or Lifesaver Mobile, home interlock at 4 blows a day for 1/2 the term, which is 6 months, and a $60 reimbursement to the Texas Department of Public Safety for lab fee. Anything further from the state of the defense on Mr. Limon?
Yes,
Nothing
Your
further
Honor.
from the state, Judge.
In light of the court, in light of the community service, can my client buy out the community service, Your Honor? He's
He's welcome to donate $10 an hour for credit for community service to a court designated charity, which are primarily special operations, wounded warriors, and family violence prevention. And Pat and or his probation officer will have a list of those.
Judge, may I give him some information, please?
Sure, please do so, Sue.
All right.
All right, I'll stand by.
Mr. Limon, the probation department will be reaching out to you. If you've not heard from them by the time you wake up next Thursday, you need to call the intake department at 210. I'll wait.
Thank you. I'm gonna go get a pen. 1 second. Okay, my apologies.
210-335-7446. Advise them that you were placed on probation today and that you need to go through orientation, okay? And if you can't get in touch with them, just contact your attorney and he can reach out to me and we'll get you taken care of, okay?
Thank you. And this number is for what office? I'm sorry.
The probation intake.
Okay.
And Pat, could I go to a breakout room with my client before we leave?
Of course.
Thank you. Thank you, Judge.
You bet. Take care of it.
Thank you,
Have a safe
Judge.
trip.
Yes, sir. Do I need to text Mr. Sharman?
Your Honor, I have texted him. I let him know, but you may get a better response.
Okay.
Good morning, Mikey. You're looking lovely today. You're muted.